Hey folks, Blair from Nose Creek Sport Physiotherapy, where we get you moving faster and feeling better. Well, today's video blog topic is the foam roller. So I'm just going to introduce you guys to sort of three of my favorite positions that I use the foam roller for myself personally. And I probably do this sort of 2-3 times a week after my workouts at the end to kind of lengthen things back out again. So the first one I'm going to work on is kind of for your back and your shoulder girdle. Okay, so I'm actually going to lay on the foam roller, and I'm going to lay this way. So I'm going to get my butt right on the bottom of the foam roller. These are 36 inches, so even for a tall guy like me, as long as I'm basically on the base of my sacrum here, I can come up and my head will still be on the foam roller. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume what I call the doorway stretch. Yeah, so Bill, you can get maybe a different angle from the top down. We're going to open up that chest, and so you could do this in front of your television and just kind of relaxing, maybe on every commercial for a couple minutes. And then after you've done that, you feel like your pecs, your chest muscles are starting to release. You can actually put your hands on the floor and drag your knuckles right on the floor. Once you get above shoulder height, then you actually want to point your thumbs down and then just slowly come up. And you can see how my shoulders just came, my hands came off the floor. That's where I'm tight. And so not only am I stretching my pecs, but I'm stretching out my lats now at the same time. And then I come back down like a snow angel. As long as you have a pain-free shoulder, this is a great stretch. So again, I'm palm up till I hit my shoulder height, then I'm thumbs down and I slowly roll up this way. And I'm getting a nice stretch. The other key when you're doing this is make sure you actually pelvic tilt. So flatten your lower back, tighten your tummy into that foam roller and really work on holding. Now the other thing is if you hit a tight spot, it's okay just to hang out there for 10 seconds and just kind of let it lengthen a bit more and then come up further. And you can see that for me, I can't touch the floor, so I'm a little bit tight there. So it's really good for me to be kind of doing that, and there's my thumb hitting down there. So it's really just that top part of that range where I really need to work to kind of loosen my pecs and my lats there, okay? So that's the foam roller from that position. For those of you with a stiff thoracic spine, you can actually take the foam roller, as long as you don't have any sharp pain in your middle back, you can actually put your hands across your chest. So you can actually just do a gentle foam roll back and forth. Now what's happening here is I'm just gently putting a bit of pressure on my ribs. The odd person, you might get a little click and a pop. That's okay, that's just your rib joints moving. You can't really hurt yourself on that. You're not manipulating your thoracic spine, it's stable. So it just feels good to kind of loosen up that upper back, especially if you're in a job where you're sitting for most of your day, okay? So that's kind of shoulder girdle and upper back. Next one I'm going to show you is for a muscle called your vastus lateralis, which is your outside of your quadricep, okay? So runners love this one because they tend to get really tight in here. But just in general, it's a great technique. So for this one, you're going to kind of lay down on your side, take your top leg over, okay? You're going to kind of be on your forearm. You're going to rotate till you're actually on the front edge of your quadricep. You're just going to literally roll up and kind of crawl up here, just nice and slow, and then back down. Okay, so just nice and slow. And the key is don't do this fast. Like take your time, especially if you hit a knot. You just want to slowly roll through that knot and then come back up. Slowly roll through it again, and then just back and forth. You know, and I would do this maybe about 5 to 10 times depending on how sore you are. Like the first day you do this, you might only get away with like 3 of those because you're like, wow, is that ever sore? So just be gentle with this and don't try to progress too quickly, okay? And again, I would do the other side as well, okay? For the last one I'm going to demonstrate for today, we're just going to actually look at doing a calf sort of foam roller technique. So I'm going to put my feet up onto the foam roller, okay? And I'm just going to roll, kind of lift my bum up and roll down, and then gently pull back, okay? So as long as your hands are okay and your wrists are okay, you can kind of arch and just lift your bum a little bit and just kind of roll back and forth. Okay? For those of you that maybe have a really, say, bad wrist, then you can maybe just do it with one hand if you want, but you do need to be able to kind of roll those legs back and forth. Some people, my older patients, will just kind of roll it like this, okay? But if you really want to get in there, as you're getting better, you can lift up, really push through that calf. That feels really therapeutic. And for people that sit at a desk all day long, this can often feel really good because you're kind of getting that tissue moving. And at the end of the day, you know, a lot of us should actually lay down and get our feet up and pump our ankles up and down to kind of return some of that fluid that's been down into our leg for the whole day while we sit. Okay? So there's some simple foam roller techniques to kind of whet your appetite, to start working on if you can on a daily basis, to really get the tissue mobility back. And that's really what foam rolling is all about. But some people jokingly call it the poor man's massage. I think it should be part of everybody's routine on a weekly basis for sure. If not once, but twice a week for sure. All right, so that's it for today. So just to review, we did the foam roller for the back and shoulder girdle. We did the vastus lateralis, so the outer thigh where we tend to get really tight. And we did our calves. So those are kind of 3 good ones to work on. And then I'd also like to remind you, if you like the content, like us on Facebook and certainly subscribe to our YouTube channel, because Belle's got all sorts of videos coming down the pipeline that we'd like to share with you guys. And so I hope you enjoyed that. And for those of you that get involved in some of our foam roller giveaways, there's even more stuff available for you guys. So make sure you tune in for our foam roller giveaways that we'll do intermittently throughout the year as well. All right, so that's it from Blair Shackley at Nose Creek Sport Physiotherapy, where we get you moving faster and feeling better. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.